Hello and welcome to another LEGO Star Wars bootleg. This is Pogo set number 711 to 718. Every single figure comes with a extra minifigure hand as well as a standard minifigure plate, a 3x4 plate with a 1x4 stud going through the middle. So the people we have here, we have the Twi'lek slave dancer from Jabba's palace. In the previous sets we've had the assistant guy, alien for Jabba's like assistant, and as well as the Rancor guard. So it's like every set now has one figure from Jabba's palace. We have Tarkin there for the Death Star, a younger version of Tarkin, so most likely based on the Rebels cartoon, but his head and face design is the same as the other Tarkin figures, just for consistency. Hoth Han Solo, a New Hope Luke Skywalker and Stormtrooper gear, and we have 4 Jedi here. The white one there is a Jedi Counselor from the Old Republic. We got Shaak, Mundi, and Kiadi Mundi or whatever, and Saesee 10. Yeah. So yes, Pogo is going through the Jedi Council, and here they just bang out 3 Jedi figures all in one go, so that's pretty cool. So no accessory for the slave girl there, not even the backpack, the Lego backpack piece that you can attach a chain to her. Tiny pistols for these 2 characters there, and a bigger blaster, Stormtrooper blaster for Luke, and of course you got the lightsabers there for the Jedi. Shaak here is based on the Clone Wars version, Mundi as well, but this guy is based on the regular version. Our 4 Jedi here printed decently. She has a misprint there, and the molding here on his head is a little bit rough, but apart from that, they look pretty good. Mundi here looks high. Just look at that eye expression. He's like, oh. Got a big forehead thing going on, which isn't really painted. I don't like the design. I remember when playing LEGO Star Wars 1 years ago, was it at least 10 years ago, that they in order to design this figure in the video game, all they did was make his head, gave him a standard LEGO minifigure head, but extended, made it double the length. I thought that was a lot cooler than these random molded pieces, so yeah, bad LEGO for doing that. These head pieces are all made out of hard plastic, by the way, so no soft rubbery plastic there. We have the Jedi without their gear, and this minifigure head is actually looks quite interesting. Almost feels like you can use that head to make a custom Planet of the Apes figure. In fact, his robes almost look like that. I'll just swap these 2 heads around and give him some monkey gear, and there you go. Of these Jedis are pretty plain. He does have some back head print, but that's just to complete his look. Not give him an extra face, but the other ones don't have any back face printing. And just so you can see it, here's the headgear. I'm just going to put that back. Oh, put that back on there. You can see that there's no paint detail whatsoever on his headpiece, which makes the color makes it stand out quite a bit, because the color of the minifigure head is quite different from that molded piece. And the Shaak here almost feels like that they copied the keychain, because the keychain that I got and I removed the chain to get the figure, is also like that. It doesn't have any back prints whatsoever. With these 4 figures, they're also printed pretty well, except for her. She has a bit of a smudge there on her net stockings, so that looks a bit weird. But the headgear is printed very nicely. All of these figures are very nicely built. Here they are without their headgear. Han Solo does look a little bit off. I don't like the way he's been printed too well. It just looks a bit weird, which is a shame. It's also missing a bit of black ink on his hip sort of strap. Quick look on the back here, and they're all printed pretty nicely, except for Han Solo, because he has no details whatsoever on the back. But the other 3 characters are done quite nicely. In fact, the Luke Skywalker figure is pretty much a perfect copy of the official figure. This is a pretty good set to get. You get a bunch of Jedi all in one go, and some interesting characters. You know, even the green Twi'lek. That's pretty cool, because Star Wars fans and non-Star Wars fans should be able to recognize this alien with the 2 big tentacles coming out the back of their heads. It's a nice sort of figure or character to get, and of course if you get a bunch of these, you can start customizing them into different colored Twi'leks maybe. So that's pretty awesome. In fact, Pogo, if you release a set of 8 different colored Twi'leks, you know, red, blue, green, whatever, I think that would be pretty cool. That would be great. Getting Tarkin there is nice. The head and the hair there, you can replace those two pieces onto the Death Star. If you have the old Death Star and you don't want to get the new one just for the figure, I think another bootleg set did have a grey one, but if you missed that one, you can get this one, just swap the heads, and then you have a new version of Tarkin, which is pretty cool. I think the not so interesting character is the Hoth Han and the Stormtrooper Luke, because they're not too special, because we've had Han Solo and Luke characters before, and Han Solo here doesn't come with an alternate headpiece, just to let him take off the hood and have hair, so you don't even get that the new and improved Han Solo hairpiece. Han Solo was released in the last Pogo set, so you can get the hairpiece from there if you want to, but there you go. So pretty nice set overall. It's great to be able to just quickly build up the number of Jedi minifigures. That's great. For me personally, when I collect like official Lego, not the bootleg stuff, and I'm trying to build the Jedi, I do tend to try and see if I can get a bunch of Jedi from the keychains and remove the keychain, and sometimes that works really well, but sometimes not so much, because when you heat up the keychain to remove it, sometimes you will affect the clutch of the neck or the headpiece, because the chain's going through and you are melting plastic. So that's the way I do it. I don't want to buy expensive sets just to get a few Jedi. But here, if you don't mind the bootlegs, you can just quickly build up a Jedi army, and I think that's pretty cool. Subscribe, suggest, and comment below. Of course, take care, have a nice day. I'll see you guys soon, and may the Force be with you.